Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are completely rethinking everything you thought you knew about geography. We're throwing out those elementary school memories of just pointing at a map and memorizing state capitals. Instead, we're diving into the incredibly dynamic, super complex science of spatial relationships and looking at how it literally shapes our entire existence. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start by looking at how geography is more than just maps, then check out the two approaches geographers use. After that, we'll connect the physical and human worlds, uncover the fourth dimension, and wrap up with the modern tools for tomorrow. Section 1. More than just maps. Let's move past that old school idea of just taking a simple inventory of the world. So, to really grasp what geography is, we gotta go back to its roots. The term was actually coined by the Greek scholar Eratosthenes way back between 276 and 194 BC. It comes from two Greek words, geo, meaning earth, and graphos, meaning description. Put them together and you literally get the description of the earth. But here's the thing, the earth isn't just some empty rock floating in space, right? It's always been seen as the home of human beings. Reality is multifaceted, and geography attempts to synthesize data from both natural and social sciences to really understand this complex home of ours. Now you can see how the discipline evolved through three specific questions. For the longest time, especially during the colonial era, geography was totally obsessed with just the first two. What are the features and where are they located? Basically just a giant inventory. But the real game changer, that came with the third question, why? That's when geography leveled up into a true scientific discipline. Geographers started looking for the causal relationships behind these spatial patterns. Trying to figure out exactly why certain cropping patterns thrive in one region but absolutely fail in another. Moving on to Section 2, the two approaches. So how do scholars actually go about studying all this? Well, there's a fascinating dualism that's been baked into geography from the very start, championed by two German contemporaries. On one side, we have Alexander von Humboldt's systematic approach. He looked at the globe as one giant whole. If Humboldt wanted to study, say, natural vegetation, he'd identify global patterns first, like equatorial rainforests or monsoon forests. But then, on the flip side, you have Carl Ritter's regional approach. Ritter preferred to divide the world into hierarchical regions. He'd study absolutely every geographical phenomenon within one specific region holistically, really looking for unity in diversity. Section 3. Physical and human worlds. This brings us to another incredible duality in the field. Using that systematic approach we just talked about, physical geography breaks down into a few core branches. Think of the physical environment as setting the stage. You've got geomorphology, studying landforms, the plains we farm on, and the mountains that hold our forests. Climatology looks at how the atmosphere literally dictates what we wear, the houses we build, and our agricultural rhythms. Hydrology handles the oceans and rivers. And hey, soil geography isn't just about dirt. It's the literal foundation of our biosphere, tracking how soils form and distribute life. Now, on top of that physical stage, you have us, ever-active human beings bringing the drama and creativity. This is where the branches of human geography come in. We study the spatial dynamics of society, how populations migrate and settle, and how economic activities like agriculture, trade, and tourism are spread out. We even look at space through a political lens, studying boundaries and constituencies in political geography. So we're definitely not just passive observers. We are a massive active force reshaping the Earth. And when you smash that physical stage and the human actors together, you get biogeography, the ultimate interface. This includes plant and zoo geography for mapping habitats, but crucially, it also includes environmental geography. And this branch was born directly out of a massive global wake-up call. The realization that our interaction with the physical environment is causing some pretty severe problems, like pollution and land degradation. I absolutely love how the source text captures this human-nature interaction. There's this poetic dialogue that goes, you created the soil, I created the cup. You created night, I created the lamp. You created wilderness, hilly terrains and deserts. I created flower beds and gardens. It just beautifully hits the nail on the head regarding how humans use technology to modify nature. Early societies totally depended on raw nature just to survive, but with technology, we took those raw materials and made cups, lamps, and gardens. We kind of broke the shackles of our physical environment, shifting from a state of necessity to a stage of freedom, and ultimately creating a humanized nature. All right, Section 4, the fourth dimension. We've talked a lot about space, but geography has a pretty wild plot twist. See, geography and history are deeply intertwined. Geography attempts spatial synthesis.
viewing the world as a huge system of interdependencies across different areas. History, meanwhile, attempts temporal synthesis, looking at how things change over time. But here is the secret. Every historical event can actually be interpreted geographically. And every geographical feature? It's the direct result of a historical course of decision-making.
You can literally see this dynamic play out. Spatial distance actively alters world events. Think about traditional warfare, where massive countries could literally trade space for time. Look at India. The Himalayas acted as this impenetrable defensive barrier for centuries, yet those specific geographic mountain passes provided the exact routes for migrants and invaders from Central Asia later on. Or think about the ocean. Its vast expanse protected the New World for a long time. But once navigation tech evolved, those exact same oceans became highways for European countries to colonize Asia and Africa. Just look at this single number, 1,500. If place A is 1,500 kilometers from place B, sure, that's spatial distance, but you could just as accurately say that place A is 2 hours away by plane, or 17 hours away by fast train. It's entirely possible to convert space directly into terms of time. And because of this intrinsic link, time is officially recognized as the integral fourth dimension of geography.
Finally, Section 5, Modern Tools for Tomorrow. Zooming back out to our modern global village,
we see geography adapting yet again. The days of purely manual map-making, yeah, those are long gone. Modern infotech has supercharged our capabilities. Today's scholars use incredibly powerful geoinformatics like remote sensing, GIS, GPS, and computer cartography. I mean, these are the exact same tools powering the maps on your phone right now. They let us synthesize massive amounts of spatial data instantly, which totally revolutionizes how we analyze complex global associations. But why the rush to analyze all this data? Well, our incredible technological advancements definitely have a dark side. The accelerated pace of how we utilize resources has sparked severe ecological imbalances across the globe. So studying physical geography today isn't just some academic exercise. It's an absolutely crucial tool for evaluating and managing natural resources. Understanding this complex physical environment is literally essential if we want to ensure sustainable development for our future. So we've seen today how geography equips us to appreciate global diversity and investigate the why behind spatial variations over time. It truly is the ultimate synthesis of space, time, nature, and humanity. I'll leave you with this. Knowing how deeply intertwined our human actions are with the physical stage we live on, how will your new spatial understanding of the world help you navigate and impact the future of our global village?